Okay, this is Weather Outlook, and this is your update on Tuesday, July 15th. I'm looking for a break in the weather for a lot of people. I saw some amounts up in southern Poconos, Center Valley for one, that had like 5, 6 inches of rain. I know there's been places up in northeastern PA that the other day got 5, 6 inches of rain. So some of these downpours really did meant their business. So gonna see if we could dry out a little bit. So this is your temperatures. I'm doing this for about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see southeastern PA, central PA, and western PA, where it doesn't, where you don't see the lighter oranges. That's where there's some showers and stuff. Otherwise, who was not getting it's getting the sun, and the temperatures are rising to the mid 80s towards the upper 80s. Precipitation around this point in time. You can see it's pretty much where you saw those colors. You can see there's some storms out there, some rain, but nothing major. But as we go towards the evening hours, you look down here towards Philadelphia and central New Jersey, and even down towards Delaware, and even a couple spots in the Poconos, you can see a pop up happens. But this takes you to around 8 o'clock, or no, it takes you around 9 o'clock, and you can see we didn't get any heavy storms today, so that's a good thing. But we still have some pesky clouds down South Jersey, South Pennsylvania, and then the Delaware hanging around overnight. And then as we go into the day tomorrow, this is around 11 o'clock in the morning. You got the front right here coming across. Temperatures at that point in time, you can see pretty much where everything is at. Temperatures in the western part of the state and every place else, upper 70s to lower 80s. Southeastern Pennsylvania, Delaware, Jersey, they get to the mid uh, 80s at that point. So you can pretty much tell where the clouds and the rain are at. And then as this goes during the day, you got to watch the development up here. This would be 5 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. And you can see a cluster of thunderstorms up here, Erie, south of Erie. Here's towards Bradford's right in here, so it's going to get close. You've already got a couple that pop up in southern New York and New Jersey. But yeah, there's some downpours coming across. And as you can see, we take this out to around 7 o'clock. You can see, and this is the thing you're going to have to notice about this. There's a few stray ones out in eastern PA and stuff, but the cluster is up in central Pennsylvania and west of the mountains, basically. And then watch what happens. We have a couple pop up in south northeastern PA, but the cluster back here goes northeast. It heads up, you know, it heads up towards the northeast into New York, and doesn't quite make it down to southeastern PA. And that's about it. The trailing showers do, but this takes you to around 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. And you can see there's some showers. And then as we go through Thursday, not much. Okay. Look at this is in the afternoon around 5 before you see a couple again pop up in western Pennsylvania. You can see here they come. This is around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, there's 7 o'clock. Here's your line all the way through, couple up here by Binghamton too, beside western PA, and then they fade out as they come east again. So if you're in southeastern Pennsylvania, even eastern Poconos, you're going to get a break for a while here as this goes on. You just see some showers again on Friday. Not much going on Friday. Now, if you live basically western PA and then north of 80 going across, temperatures are in the 50s and around in the low 60s. South central PA and southern PA, Jersey and Delaware, still in that muggy air mass early in the morning on Friday. And then Friday during the day, temperatures are mostly in the 70s and maybe the low 80s. But then if you get down here towards Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, and stuff, and Wilmington, temperatures get into the mid 80s. So we're not baking yet. And here's the crazy part. Watch Saturday morning. I'm going to take this out to Saturday morning. Look at those cold temperatures. Look at them coming down. This is around, whoop, right here. This is the coldest part of the night. This is around 5 a.m. Here's some 40. Here's a 40, 49 up here heading up towards Towanda, all 40s in southern New York. Here's Bradford at 51. And then as we go towards the eastern, up in the Poconos here, temperatures are in the 50s, all the way down here, except for Pittsburgh, which is a little bit above, it's around 60. But even down here in southeastern PA, we get a break. We can open the window, 61 in Reading, toward the suburbs of Philadelphia, in the 66 up here. It's still kind of warm down here in southern Jersey or southern Delaware, but everybody kind of cools off. Basically temperatures get to be normal. Most of Pennsylvania's in the low to mid 80s. The I-95 corridors in the mid 80s to upper 80s, and Jersey's cool along the coast and warmer inland. Same thing with Delaware, middle to upper 80s there. Sunday morning, again, good open window day for most people, except, down by Philadelphia again. But, now Jersey and Delaware get a little bit of a break. But the 40s are gone and they're replaced with mid 50s to the north. Again, we're getting back to where it's normal. And then Sunday's highs, here it is. They're pretty much along the coast here. So what does this tell you? What have you learned from listening to me? Here's your afternoon temperature, 60s to the north, and here's 90s down here. So what does that mean? Why was it be like that? Because there you go. It's raining. So sometimes temperature maps tell you where the clouds are and tell you where the rain is at. So Saturday's not bad. Sunday's not good. This will move across the state. And there's your frontal system around 7 o'clock at night coming across. And it affects the temperatures as it comes through. But still, as I look into next week, I see a lot of normal temperatures. Here's 7 o'clock, except for Philadelphia and the suburbs here, the burbs up here by Newark and New York City, where their temperatures are in the low 80s. Everybody else is in the 60s and the 70s by 7 o'clock Sunday night. To me, I'll take that. Okay, everybody take care. That's a little good news. Oh yeah, so if you're wondering how much precip we should get between now and say Sunday night, let's see if I can get this to work. Guess I can't. Here we go. Here you can see the storms are basically west of the mountains, the heaviest rain, and the total between now and Sunday is an inch, a little over an inch. But here, the Poconos and down the Lehigh Valley here, you're talking a quarter inch to maybe, 4/10, half inch at most, down towards Philadelphia, that area down there, 1 to 2 tenths, 3 tenths of rain. So we're talking tenths all the way back towards State College, and that's not bad. Even tenths up in Bradford, Poconos, 2 tenths, 3 tenths. So we're drying out a little bit. That's not too bad. I would take that over 5, 6 inches of rain, which some people had. I saw a lot of flooding. I saw some cars stuck on the roads and stuff. Um, you know, we get these. This is what I said back in February and March when I gave you the summer forecast. I said you're going to get an upflow from the south, and you're going to get the heavy rains. And I said that like 4 or 5 months ago. That's the way the summer's going to line up. It'll be warm, muggy, and you'll have these downpours. And I think we're going to get a break here for 2 weeks or so from the heavy rain into March. And then as we get into March, temperatures begin to recede a little bit. We don't have as much sunlight to go along with it, and things start to level off then. All right, everybody take care and be safe.